Hello, my friends. This is Maerlande. I wanted to do a bit of a short update to the Santatron collecting. And so I'm going to show off a few tidbits. I've done some prep. I've got some workshops ready. I didn't collect all the workshops. Now, I wasn't able to do this the last couple days because I've been, well, in medical testing and visiting my surgeon and, serious stuff. So I finally got back to this yesterday, a day after the reset. And now, let's just show off. So, I guess first step, I'm just going to do this kind of freeform. There's no particular plan, but let's just go with the map. So you can see I've taken over some workshops. They've actually been sitting there collecting for the last, about an hour, something along those lines. So let's have a look at first workshop on the Way Gorge Junkyard. You'll notice I've got a little team. I brought my mule account in. That's on the X Pass. Sorry, the Game Pass or the Xbox Live Store or Microsoft Store, whatever way you want to call it. Now most of these, so if you look here, this has been sitting long enough to max out its collection. One thing to kind of note about, hang on a sec. It looks like I've got extra audio going on. No. You'll notice here in the Collectron. Oh, be quiet, Santatron.
This unit
Wish I could turn him
is
off.
not authorized to make exchanges. Please contact your
So a key thing about the gifts is the story is the max they can hold is 10 pounds. You'll see this one's got 9 right now. So gifts themselves weigh 1 each, but then various junk that might show up can weigh some other amount. And then you see that I've put up a few defenses. Nothing too fancy. Now some of the workshops I've collected, so that was 6 gifts, just from one. And I have set up an extra new blueprint. It's not letting me build because there's critters here. So I just don't really bother defending. You can just ignore this unless it's something interesting that you want to kill. Like if it's Scorch, then I will deliberately do the defense. So over here, if we go to Tyler, I think what I'll do when I go to Tyler here is kill off those Scorch, because there should be a couple of holiday Scorch there. And that's a useful thing to do. Simple enough. You can see the transition's pretty quick. So let's clear the bads, get rid of them. How many more are there? Where are they? Oh, let's throw on a berry mentat so I can see them. That guy I'm going to have to chase down. A couple down here. It's a little easier to get them from up top.
This unit is special.
Oh, I see there's a holiday. So let's grab the loot there. So also, if you actually kill them, you get a little bit of legendary items, maybe some script. There's another one over there. Let's go get him. And the quest is showing up, so that's useful. Come on, dude, hold still. Okay, we've completed that. Grab what loot there is. Now go back up top and collect the Santatron. One more to loot. So I'll repeat a little bit. Something I learned. It's good to set up the first stair as high as you can get it. I believe the idea behind that is it keeps them from the odd ones like mole rats. They won't be able to climb up. And as I believe I discussed in the previous video, be quiet, Santatron.
This unit's exterior, the action.
You know what? I am going to briefly
is unavailable.
Turn down his volume. So he's not so, not interfering. So you can see I put up a few extra. Oh, that's not the one I wanted. I didn't really want the budding apothecary. That's weird. And looks like, okay. Somehow or other my power line didn't connect. So let's see if we can get that connected. No, it doesn't want to connect. Not entirely sure what happened there. I tried when I built this to put that power line on, get the butter churn working. Alright, let's try something a little different. Let's try a little just a little regular generator. See if that will work. Oh, there we go. What the heck? Why won't it connect? Come on, connect. That is so weird. Alright, let's try rotating the butter churn a little bit. Man, that is so weird. Okay, well, I guess the butter churn doesn't work. You'll see I'll go to another one and the butter churn actually works. Anyways, you can set up whichever extra resource collectors you find particularly useful. For me, it's just strictly the ones that provide easy to get rid of junk. So let me see down here. I wanted to grab, that's the one I wanted. I wanted the extra acid. So put up whichever ones you want. You know, I'm ending up with so much company tea, it's getting a little on the silly side. So there's some more gifts. And let's just do a bit of scrapping. And put the junk away. Okay, so I'm going to visit one more of these just as a demo. Let's try the one at... Yeah, let's go visit the one at Hemlock. That probably is going to account for most of the things I want to demonstrate. And then one thing we'll do is we'll see if we can activate an event. Oh, look at that. There's some serious fighting going on here. Okay, so in this case, the churn worked. I was able to get the power hooked up. And I'll collect all the crap. And I'm actually going to just kind of ignore what's attacking. You can put up turrets, or you could just say phooey on the turrets. It's really just your own personal choice. Alright, so I think I've covered what I really want to show there. Let's see if we can trigger the event at Morgantown Airport. Oh, I must have got... I got Molotov'd. So, let's get out of here. Okay, let's try again. I'm going to see if I can trigger the event at Morgantown Airport. Now, this thing supposedly resets every 30 minutes. And sometimes you could trigger it with the character of the private, but I found that isn't too reliable. If this doesn't work, I may try to trigger the event with my mule. Or you can call in a friend to join your private. You can jump over to Morgantown Airport and try to trigger the event. Now, let me get the correct name for that event. Collision course. Yeah, that's the one. So you work your way through, you might as well kill off whatever Scorch you find. And there's a good chance of getting a few holidays through here. You'll notice I'm not... There's one. So sweet. So I got one holiday. Grab the loot. Another dude. Hey, bye-bye. Bye-bye, dude. Good old alien blaster still works okay, but it's not what it was. It got a nerf, and then it got a partial unnerf, and I don't even know really how to how to fully describe it, but it's not quite as good as it used to be. It used to be kind of a 3-shot on most things. Now it's more like a 5-shot. Depends on how your crits do. And I am buffed up pretty good. I don't know if Blight Soup is running right at the moment. So here's the quarantine. Oh, the collision course. I've already done it. It probably won't trigger again. Because I see that the I see that the cargo drop is still sitting there. I did it about an hour and a half ago. So that's already done. But here's the trick. You come here and you walk in this area. I'll bring the mule over and just see if the mule will trigger it. Then in between your runs, I would recommend doing the trips around the workshops about every hour to 90 minutes. That seems to be an optimal time. And on average, you get about 5 mixed gifts per Santa per workshop, about an hour. I don't have the exact numbers. I've heard that they get 1 item every 7 minutes. But because it's 10 pounds and items have somewhat different weights, the exact timing for them to fill up will vary. So there's no real magic number here. So here comes the mule. You can't see that, but you'll see him come onto the screen here momentarily. I just make it a run. Run, run, buddy, run. Here he comes. Here he comes on the run with the burger on the bun. Hey, no, it didn't trigger. Okay, so I haven't been able to trigger collision course. I may add a little supplemental video if I can trigger it later on, but that's not working. Now, the one other thing, what I'm going to do now, come on, I'm going to go back to camp. So the last thing to mention when you're farming the Scorch, well, first off, if you've got a good map, let me see if there's a bit of a bug right now with the main map. Beth sort of messed it up with the patch. There is a mod available on the Nexus by Arch-Uwu, which reverts the map to the unbuggy version from before Tuesday's patch. You can grab that. It's on Nexus. Oh, I didn't really want to show the text chat. And the other thing you can do, well, hang on, I'm going to back up and show the page. If you've got Unimap, you can go to the page. Now, I use the Essentials map book, which is a little hard to find right now. But this one shows Scorch as red dots. You can check out, there's a legend up over here. So I can see all the places with Scorch. And there will be a reasonable chance of spooky or holiday Scorch everywhere there's a high density of the red dots. So Tyler County, Wavy Willards, lots of them hovering around Morgantown, Airport Train Yard, a little bit at the school. Don't bother going into buildings because there will never be holidays inside buildings. Poseidon is excellent. So there's quite a few possibilities if you're just in between your runs to workshops to farm holiday Scorch by going to the various locations. There's good guides available. Nukes and Dragons has a good guide, a written guide with a map. And last but not least, a very effective way in your private to farm more holidays is go down, launch a nuke at Fisher Site Prime, generate a Scorch Beast Queen. Hopefully you invite some friends in before you do it, and then don't kill her. Leave her on as long as possible, and she will continue to generate holiday Scorch and all kinds of other critters. So that's a great about 30-minute activity you could do in between runs. So I think I have covered everything I really want to cover for today. Now on a personal note, I just got news from my surgeon that I'll be going in for a colectomy, it's called. So they're going to take out the colon cancer, but the good news is I don't have any other cancers metastasized. But it does mean that I'm going to be in hospital and recovery coming up in a couple of weeks. So I'll do some videos before then. Yeah, that's about all to be said about that. If that is of interest to you in more detail, you can chat with me. But I just wanted to explain that there will be some some intermittent things happening with more videos, but I do have a bunch more planned. Um, However, I've been in and out of diagnostics all month, almost for 2 months, so that's put a kink into things. Next possible videos, just as an update, are I want to do a video on making use of good rolled weapons that aren't god rolls but are adequate, and I want to compare how they do. And I'm working on another one. Sorry, I'm drawing a blank here. I guess I'm a little tired. It's been a busy time. So I'm going to call this done, and I'll see you folks very soon. I hope to have this up within a couple hours. All right, have a good one. Bye-bye. Okay, folks, I realized I need to supplement the recording I just did, so I'm going to add this to the end. I didn't get around to much of a show of what I've got as results so far. So let's just take a quick look. Here are all the gifts I got. Let's see. So I ran the world with about 10 to 12 workshops last night for about 6 hours. This morning I set up, took me about an hour to set up some workshops, and then I was prepping the video. So in addition, I did about another maybe 2 hours of the cycle going around from the places. So you can see I've got quite a good selection of holiday gifts, large holidays. All of those are from either grabbing them out of the Santatron, or a few came from, I did do one, what the heck's it called? I keep drawing a blank on the name of that event, but the event at Morgantown Airport. So I did one of those, so I got a few there. And then in a few cases, I defended against Scorch, and so I picked up another few holiday gifts from Holiday Scorch at those events. Couple things about your holiday gifts. I find that some people think you should open them slowly. I don't find that really matters, but I do find that when you go to open them, and I'll show you, you press the E, you got your mouse hovering over. Sometimes the cursor jumps up, and if you just spam E, you end up drinking chems, or it'll jump up to the disease cure like this. I did that with the arrows. So you don't really want to use up all your chems just opening gifts. So I take my time, see, there it did it. There it jumped. So I think it's worthwhile to open. Now the other thing that's kind of worthwhile to look at, I'm not going to open them all with us here, but I just wanted to note, if you have a look here, here's the plans I've received so far. These are the ones that I haven't learned. Most of them, when you learn them, you will no longer have them drop. So I'll show you the ones I've already tucked away. A lot of them are on sale, but so here's a few gifts plans that I've already got. Some of them I had learned previously, some of them I had not. So I won't get more of the ones I've learned. So one thing you might want to do is decide if you want more of them to sell. Some of these are not worth anything to sell. Which ones are is kind of tough. So once you learn them, you won't get them dropping again. But you also notice I've got plans here that aren't part of the gifts. And I should mention I use a tagging mod. It's by Aldebrand. It's only available on the text chat Discord. If you want it, talk to me. I think I've got it linked in the previous video. So I think that's it for the supplemental. If you've got questions, feel free to ask. You can find me on text chat Discord, or you can email me, or do it in comments here on YouTube. Okay, folks, that's the supplemental. So I'm done. Now I'm going to go edit. Have a good one.